All right, welcome in. It's evening. It's not morning.
Wait, what podcast is this?
This is the Podium Podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's talking?
Who's talking? I'm Andrew. That's Sam.
This is Mark.
That's Mark. I actually pointed to the right people this time. So
Yeah.
Hey. You're not for that.
We're getting better.
Only took
12 episodes. You can use context clues. This is episode 12 of the Podium Podcast. Welcome. We're so glad that you're here. I was informed by Mark that this episode might need a parental, maybe explicit content warning.
I'm thinking about your reaction. I'm thinking about how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Sam's the only one that might not have any issues right now.
So
I just can't hear.
That's fair. But the Brazilian Grand Prix was this past weekend, and it was rather hectic.
Exciting.
Very, very exciting. There was a lot of rain, which is exactly what we expected. If you listened to last week's episode, we were expecting a lot of rain, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was the actual race or if it was one of the qualifying or something like that, but something got red flagged for a while, and that was due to inclement weather. And
I think it was qualifying. Qualifying got red flagged until the next day.
Yes, and it was just a lot of rain, and let's just go through the podium real quick, because this is what I find to be absolutely bonkers. Okay, Max Verstappen gets the win here. Okay, and I just want to start off with saying this. Last week I listened back about 2 or 3 days ago. I listened back to the last week's episode. I should have stuck with my prediction, because I said Max Verstappen gets the win, but then you said you said that he gets a five grid place penalty, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It's going to be sort of hard to go back, and we don't know where he's going to place, and that didn't matter because Max Verstappen takes the win here.
Well, the good news, no one got points this.
True.
I don't think anybody got points because
no way,
because no one.
This is podium.
I don't even think we got the. There was a sprint this week, right?
There was a sprint this week,
and no one got the sprint.
No one got the sprint, right?
Yeah, it was Russell, Max.
Yeah,
Mark, you chose Russell.
Yeah.
And
but yeah, Esteban Ocon takes P2. Pierre Gasly takes P3. What?
Can we talk about how this was set up, how qualifying ended? That was
horrible.
Yeah, it was horribly.
Yeah. So when qualifying actually happened, this is how I woke up. I woke up in Chicago. I think it was 5:30 in the morning, because that's when it was at that time.
You are dedicated, my man.
Yes, sir. I actually didn't wake up for qualifying. I was a little late.
Oh, okay.
My buddy wakes me up and goes, "Hey, you're going to want to check qualifying results." I was like, that does not sound good. Lando Norris, P1, got through the entire hectic qualifying session.
I don't know how.
Dude, missed dodging flags left and right, setting fastest times when he needed to. I'm like, and then I looked at who was around him, because there's no Ferraris near him. There's no Mercedes near him. Because AlphaTauris were up there out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I just went, no. I can't even be mad at Lando. He did it. He got on pole, and there was nobody on my end rooting for Max who's there to challenge him off the lead.
Right.
And then what we got was one of the greatest races ever.
I mean, I don't know about ever.
Straight up.
In recent times, how about that?
It was a interesting race, I'll give you that, but I don't know if for racing point of view, I would not view that as a.
I'll give you wheel to wheel racing, sure, but as an event, I'll hit you with some stuff. This is the 5th time or 6th time out of the 1,100 races that a winner has won from 17th behind.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the last one was Kimi Räikkönen, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
This is the first time since 2007 someone's been disqualified.
Yeah, dude. It was Hülkenberg, right?
Hülkenberg,
yeah, because he got the push off. Yep.
You got a wrong start with Stroll spinning out at the beginning. You got a false start. You got a safety car. You got a red flag. You got a disqualification. You got 2 Alpines that went from 9th to 6th, worth about $50 million of contracts.
Yeah.
And then Max destroying the championship. It's an insane race for what?
Another thing, Williams just destroying their cars.
Oh my! Did you see that pit mechanic guy? Dude, he looked.
Well, they're out of resources basically.
Dude,
yeah.
They didn't even have one car going because Albon crashed during qualifying.
What I will say is, I have used so the listeners can't see this, but when I do the show, I usually don't have notes very much. The last time I had notes was when we did the top 5 drivers. But now this week I needed notes because this is a lot of things. I will say, going back to Max, sticking with this, we should have saw that coming from a mile away.
I don't know.
And here's why. We all know that right now Max Verstappen is probably the best on the grid at the current moment in the rain. He knows how to drive in the rain. The race proved it.
The race proved it.
This race definitely proved it. I think he now showed it. I think coming into this, I would have said Lewis Hamilton. Not even out of bias. He was just very dominant, even without wet tires in the rain before.
Right. I guess what I'm trying to say is, even with the penalty, I think there is we should have given him more credit because he's. I think he's probably one of, if not, or he's one of the most. He's really talented in the rain. That's what I'm trying to say.
But if there was no rain, I don't think he's winning that race.
No, I don't think so either. Not in
qualified better.
McLaren would have won it. Yeah, I think McLaren would have won 2.
I completely agree.
I would like to agree to that, but the way that they challenged Russell, this is the 6th time that Norris has not been able to convert a pole.
No, I agree.
A lap.
But it also
lost it out to Russell right away.
Lando's not good in the rain. We already knew that.
Yes.
Dude, yeah.
Yes,
we saw that in previous races.
I thought he had the
in
best
McLaren.
pass though. Did you see it they were canoes were out, life jackets were on, and Russell was taking it real slow around that corner, and I thought Norris was going to skid by him.
Mm-hmm.
He slowed that thing. I think that was the best pass of the entire. One of the best.
I mean, you've got a point.
Lando got that one really good lap, but when you look at all the different laps and all the controlling or the leading ones, Max was almost robotic. How on time he was, even with the rain getting heavier and the rain getting the water getting not thicker, but
wet. I mean, there's more.
There was more rain on the track, and he was still pulling same times. I don't know how he did it.
You gotta check out Julian Palmer's analysis of it. He breaks it down of what specifically the way he handled it. But from 17th to 11th in the first lap, and then to get to 10th the next lap after with Lewis Hamilton, getting back behind Piastri.
Yeah.
Didn't throw any. I don't know if Piastri didn't see him, if Piastri didn't care. He didn't really help Lando out in that situation.
I mean,
I don't think he noticed him. I think the flush of the rain coming off the tires or whatever it's called. I think Piastri just didn't see it through it.
Coming through that way.
Yeah,
I thought he did have a kind of a lunge on him, but it was just interesting. It really wasn't. I thought Lawson put up more of a defense than Piastri did.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really impressive to see. I mean, we've said before, it's up there. The 2 top best drivers on the grid right now in the rain are probably Max and Lewis. And I think
no offense, but what did Lewis do in this rain? He
did not have a good one.
Right. Yeah. This kind of goes kind of into my next segment. Aston Martin sucks. Everything sucks right now. Lance Stroll sucks. Sell the team. I'm becoming an Audi fan. Sell the team. At this point,
that's it?
No, that's it. No, I honestly, this morning, I just had an idea where I'm just you know what? Aston Martin sucks. Lance Stroll sucks. Rain sucks. Everything sucks. Sell the team. I'm becoming an Audi fan.
I have a question, Andrew.
Yeah.
Wasn't that already obvious?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell him why specifically, though. I don't think we've even said what happened.
So, very, very early on, not even before, I think this is in the formation lap. In the formation lap, Lance Stroll spins out and beaches himself in the gravel.
No. This is not how it happened. He spins out, goes up towards the barriers, stops the car. His mechanic goes, okay, back her up. You got plenty of room. Turn her around. What does the man do? He drives forward into the sand trap and just went, I'm done. Now, let me ask you, do you think that was on purpose or not? I don't see any other way.
I don't know. Honestly,
I think he didn't want to be in the wet.
When it comes to Lance Stroll, with the amount of hoopla that he comes up with, it's it's expected at this point, honestly.
No, but which one is it? Is it incompetence or is it he's tired? He's just eating boy.
It's the first lap.
I know.
It's before the first lap.
I'm very aware.
Bring back the honey badger. Put him in the racing green. Bring back the honey badger. I don't care.
Somebody wants the honey badger?
I want the honey badger. Get out of Buffalo, New York. Go to Silverstone. Get into some racing greens.
Mm-hmm.
Go next to Fernando Alonso and absolutely kill next year.
I mean, here's the funny thing. We were already talking about him going to IndyCar or like NASCAR or something like that. It's not a bad move if Lance Stroll's dad doesn't own the team.
If.
The other thing about this whole situation, too, just reminds me of the video where it's like his engineer goes, "Are you able to stay out on these conditions?" And he goes, yes.
And not even 2 seconds later, just
spins the wall.
Oh, my God. Fernando Alonso takes P14. That's all that needs to be said.
Broke his back in that race.
Honestly.
I mean, the fact that he was able to even finish that race.
Honestly, like, with how Fernando Alonso has been, like, he had that illness recently. He had like gastro issues with like with some sort of gas intake or something like that. We're happy that he's doing better. I personally, as a Fernando Alonso fan, I'm just happy that he finished the race.
Yeah.
I was not expecting, top 10. I just wanted him to be healthy. When it comes to the drivers, like, yes, I might be really hard on Lance Stroll, but that's just because I want this team to do better. But when it comes to the actual like health and well-being of of the drivers, that's just a whole nother level. Like, I'm just happy that he finished the race. I'm happy that he's that he's feeling confident enough to be in the race regardless. And with how treacherous those conditions were, I'm just he finished the race. That's an achievement in on itself.
No, absolutely.
I'll be so for real. Lance Stroll, on the other hand, he looked like Anthony Richardson last week. Here's the joke explained. He went out for a play because he said, and I quote, "I was tired," or something along those lines.
Yep.
He said that he was tired and he was out for a few plays, and I'm just like, okay. He might be an athlete, but.
I mean, also,
whatever.
This has got to be, in recent history, the most amount of racers to not finish a race.
Yeah.
I guess even including Stroll's not starting.
How many people? Is that 5?
5. Yeah. Nico Hülkenberg gets DQ'd, and 4 people get 4 people get either a DNS or a DNF. Now, Carlos Sainz and Franco Colapinto get DNFs. Carlos Sainz goes out on lap 38. Colapinto goes out on 30. Alex Albon and Lance Stroll both go out before the race even starts. And then I already said this, but Nico Hülkenberg gets DQ'd. But
let me ask you about the race restart. Mm-hmm. So the race was aborted, and then Norris went ahead and went over. Norris ended up only getting a $5,000 fine for that. Do you think if that was do you think if that was Max and he did that, do you think it would have been an actual penalty?
Same fine.
You think it would have been the same fine?
I think it would have been the same fine.
I don't know.
I mean, it's Lando. He's up there in the ranks.
There's
I feel
also
like
the British factor, which I will say is a real thing.
Yeah.
But
for example, Max got community service for cursing on press conference.
Right.
Leclerc cursed on the press conference last week. Just got a warning.
But is Leclerc also a first-time offender versus Max not being
saying the F word at a press conference? Yeah, I mean they're equal on that. So why challenge?
I don't know. I don't know if they're equal. Max has a history of.
So if they come out and they say, okay, if you're going to curse on press conferences, you get a penalty, you get a fine.
Right.
And the next person who does it doesn't get it. Like, isn't that kind of
I don't know.
two-faced?
I think I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's definitely something that.
This is
F1's had an issue with.
It's up to it's really up to the FIA at this point.
I mean, did you guys see what the driver association did today?
Yeah,
a lot of things just saying like back off to the FIA.
Really?
Yeah, they were just like I think it was about jewelry and clothing and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like just how like what they can say and what they can't say and stuff like that.
Pretty much saying we're adults here. Why are we
being treated by children? Yeah.
And 2, if you're going to fine us money, you should tell us where the money is going and how it's benefiting the sport. Because you're just taking dollar bills, y'all. So
Lovely reference.
And like speaking of that, like false start, wasn't that $5,000? How much was the fine for Max touching the wing of Lewis Hamilton's car? Was that
Can't remember.
$50,000?
25, I think, maybe.
$25,000?
But that's also damage to another team's piece. Like
yeah, like he touched it under park formula when he
Yeah.
shouldn't. The man and 4 of their drivers did a lap when the track was technically closed. I just think it's a little, but not specifically like, just they're charging X amount of dollars for this, they're charging X amount of dollars for this.
Right.
I think the drivers do have a right to know, like, hey, where are these funds going? You're charging it out of my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell was even saying earlier this year, he's like, half the grid on here isn't making millions of dollars. Half this grid on here is spending half of their salary to pay for their seat, for their trainers. And
right.
whatnot.
exactly.
So it's like, yeah, there's some very rich people driving these sports, or they're from rich.
Like a Max, a Lewis, a Stroll,
exactly.
Sainz, all those.
But then you got
guys.
like a Bottas, a Joe, Nico Hulkenberg, a Magnussen. Like these guys might just be making fine margins, and then boom, you're hit with thousands and thousands of dollars.
I mean, like Colapinto.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a great example where he gets brought up from F2 where you're not making money. And he's not really making any money in F1 because he's an entry level deal. Basically, they got him for dirt cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's,
it just a lot of that is. I mean, it's you can talk about any sport really with officiating and how it's like. You can talk about like the Kansas City Chiefs or whatever and say how like they're the refs are on their side on everything, but Patrick Mahomes is just.
I would agree,
whatever,
but the
like,
FIA is bad.
I think
they're
it is.
so bad about it because NHL, like for me, I know this. That money that they fine the players goes towards different foundations for retired players. It goes to different things for health
league.
and safety of the current league.
Right.
Like it goes to a lot of different things. What does the FIA get from fining the drivers that much?
Right.
Like it's absurd how much they're fined comparatively.
Also, when we come down to like stewarding and the reffing, I honestly believe, and I don't think it's that far of a stretch, that the FIA has a commercial interest in how well the sport does.
Right.
So I think they're willing to kind of cook up some championships and make some calls that aren't the right calls for safety cars, specifically during the sprint race. Nico Hulkenberg crashed his car. They let it go for 2 laps under the yellows until the McLaren switched around, and then boom, the safety car. Like Hulkenberg was out of his car for laps.
So you're
what
saying,
took that so long?
So you're saying there's a little bit of script writing going on.
A little, I think so. I don't think so. I agree, and we all know what happened in 2021.
They like to favorite the storyline because you especially see that with but you especially see that with like when they do Drive to Survive and everything.
Right.
They love cooking up storylines. It's
but
like
at the
it
same
makes
time,
them a profit to do that.
Drive to Survive is sort of known to be over dramatized.
Yeah.
Like there, I know there was one bit. I don't remember what season it was, but I know Lando Norris was reacting to one of the episodes or whatever, and Lando had said something in the episode, and he's like, "That's not the context that I said that in. Like that is not what I meant." And like that's there's journalism and there's documentaries.
Yeah.
And I think
there's just good TV. And that's what Netflix is.
Drive to Survive is basically a documentary series about the Formula One season.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to that, it's like
Honestly,
they're just trying to make good television.
It's a reality show,
right? And that's exactly what it is. And it's about real events and the stuff that takes place behind the scenes of Formula One. But at the same time, it's like it's
you got to question it.
It's a documentary. It's supposed to be entertaining. It's supposed to be somewhat informational. It doesn't have to be extremely informational because it's not journalism. It's like I said, it's a documentary. It's
entertainment.
But like it's entertainment. It's on Netflix, for God's sakes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like what more can you expect from Netflix writers? But like
Hey man, they got me in the sport. It worked on.
I mean, hey, I got into the sport because of Sebastian Vettel, but
one thing I also I'm not going to get deep into the rabbit hole political. I also had a little bit of an issue of the FIA president saying something about Donald Trump getting the presidency.
Right.
Where you don't allow your drivers to say anything political.
Yeah.
Where it's not the fact that he's supporting Trump. It's more the fact that he doesn't allow his... it doesn't apply to him where it applies to the drivers. Yeah,
it's two-faced.
It's so two-faced.
Rewind 4 years ago, the Black Lives Matter movement that
Yeah.
Hamilton was about, and
Sebastian Vettel doing gay rights and everything like that.
That was like, no. Not because we don't disagree with you. It's just no politics in our sports.
Right, but then you go on and say something.
Does it,
right. And this isn't us saying anything about, politics or anything.
Yeah.
We would actually like to stay away from that as far as possible.
I absolutely agree. And that was my key point where I was like, I just don't like the president. And I want to be consistent. I don't want him two-facing it. And it's like another thing I have an issue with for the FIA, because it clearly just is against the drivers. And like, as much as they go, oh, we're for the drivers, we're for the guys that make our sport.
Right.
They're always just shutting down every level of the drivers doing something or just in the race trying to make it competitive. They just things down. They kill a lot of things with the drivers. And I don't like it where it's like, it's the double standard.
Right.
It's aggravating.
Really is,
It's aggravating to me.
Yeah. So, take that with what you will. We're keeping politics out of this, but at the same time, it's like, we're looking at the facts here. Just keeping it consistent. We all have our own opinions.
Yeah.
But the pro sports is a great amplifier for messages like that, and with what these drivers like to with what their message are trying to say, like the F1 especially, because F1 is like pretty much every race is like a Super Bowl-esque kind of thing. There are bigger races and not, but like there are better. Every race is a spectacle, and every race is another opportunity to broadcast your message. Now, like I said, we all have our own opinions, but at the same time, you have to say that it's a really good opportunity for these drivers to say whatever message they want to say, but if the FIA doesn't allow that, then that's the FIA's decision. However, the FIA can't also tell the drivers to say no or to not say anything like that. But then you can't just be like,
but our president can go say something.
Yeah, it's two-faced, and we just want to keep it consistent, guys.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like in the NFL, it's like they come from all different walks of life, obviously, and everything like that. But like in this too, it's also so many different nationalities where it's like, I don't know. It's like shutting that stuff down is just really interesting to me, where it's like all these different guys have different ways of life, different opinions and everything. And then they're, like you said, it's just two-faced where they just shut down those opinions and allow for that crap.
Aston Martin sucks. Reigns sucks. The FIA sucks. I don't know.
Max Verstappen's GOAT. Do you think he gets the championship in Vegas?
Oh, yeah. Now that
after
Brazil, I think he 100% gets it. Unless he crashes the next 3 races. He literally has to crash out.
Well, no.
Right.
I mean, do you think he gets crowned in Vegas?
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm meaning. Like, the only way he doesn't get it is if he spins out and crashes.
Right.
One way or another, he's going to get it in the next 3 races unless he spins out and crashes all 3 of those races.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think the season's over. We have our championship, but the Constructors is still
in the running,
so easily.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I do have another storyline here. As of 2 days ago, Skate F1 team Stake. I said Skate. For some reason, I Kick Sauber. That team.
Yeah.
Both drivers are gone at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Zhou Guanyu and Valtteri Bottas are both gone at the end of the year.
Did you see Bottas's retirement?
Yes.
Post?
It's not retirement.
It's not. Yeah, I know.
But it's like not having a driver.
Seat, right?
He's a backup driver for Mercedes.
Okay, yeah. So he retired.
But the ending of the video, is that what you're...
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go watch Valtteri Bottas' video. Because he's a character, and honestly, it'll be really sad to see him not part of the parades and all these different things.
Right.
He's such a funny character.
Oh, it's like watching Valtteri is like watching a young Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, honestly.
And it's like, it's just entertainment.
No, young Fernando Alonso was a menace.
I meant in the sense that he's just entertaining to watch, as in like
and all these different things.
Just
it gives similar vibes.
Right. Not in the fact that he was like dominant, but like in the fact that he was just whatever he wanted to say, he said. And it was like even now Valtteri is just he's a character. I love him.
I still love his
finish.
Australian Uber ad.
Yes.
That's such a funny ad.
Yes.
Like, you've seen that, right? Yeah.
He's the most Finnish Australian guy you've ever met in your life, and I love him for it.
The Finnish are the Australians of Europe, I feel like. They're just the way they act and everything, they're very similar. They're very similar.
And trust me, I love Finnish history. I want to learn Finnish, but if you look at
that's a tough language.
That is a really tough language to learn.
It's like learning a Nordic language mixed with
it's like Dutch, German, Swedish, and Norwegian just smashed together.
And a little bit of Russian.
Probably a little bit of Russian too, but yeah.
Like my Swedish friend, he literally goes, the Finns aren't part of the normal Scandinavian group. They have their own language. They have their own sort of thing.
Yes.
Where you got like Norwegians and Danes. He's like, they at least have a close language to like Swedish.
Right.
Not Finnish. Finnish is just their own thing, and it's you look at him like the weird cousin from the south or something like that. Except they're up north. That's how he described it.
You see the hat that I'm wearing? It's from Norway. It's a Scandinavian explorer hat, and it's incredible. But oh geez, we love Finland here. But yeah, what do we think? Zhou Guanyu leaving as well. I think, is he the first Chinese driver in F1?
Yes.
I mean,
not last.
Wow.
Sorry, misspoke.
Wow.
Well, if Zhou Guanyu is the best that we've gotten so far.
But I mean, like,
I'm kidding.
This is. I mean,
don't cancel us, China.
Yeah, please don't.
I mean, we're gonna keep politics out of it. Whatever you feel about this country is up to you. But I'm just saying, as a Chinese driver, he brings a lot of attention into China, and this basically he's the Chinese billboard in Formula One.
Same way Checo is for Mexico.
In the same way as Logan Sargent was for the U.S.
Lewis and Lando, and Oscar for every team like has their home country that's very proud.
Right.
Of them.
I mean, like Carlos Sainz. And Fernando Alonso for.
Even though Leclerc is Monegas, he is Italian, like poster boy.
He's a hero.
Yeah, and it's like it's gonna be interesting because like where else are you gonna put Zhou? Because he's way too young to retire.
I think he could get Formula E. I think.
You think he's going to Formula E?
I feel like he could be a good fit there.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I don't know. You see, like Nick DeVries and like a couple of different guys that like left Formula One because they didn't have a really good time or like really good luck with the teams and everything. Or well, not Nick DeVries because he got Red Bull.
But he was actually a Formula E champion.
He's a Formula E champion. You can see that it's like a different racing style, but like it's. I think he could be a good driver in that. He's not like. I mean, he made it to Formula One. You have to be a good driver to make it to Formula One, pretty much.
There's
only Lance Stroll. I know. I give him crap. I
give him crap at the same time, but at the same time, it's like there are only 20 seats in F1 in the world.
And here's the thing: I think Lance Stroll beats Zhou Guanyu.
I actually agree with that, but maybe in an equal car, I don't know how I feel about that one because the Aston Martin's still better than the King Sauber.
Do you think Bottas beats Zhou Guanyu?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Lance Stroll
no question.
Bottas in Baku was like very close, like right on wheel to wheel. I think
if they had equal cars, which they don't, I think Bottas is better than both those drivers.
I do agree with that, and I just think that Stroll, he just doesn't want to be in the sport for some reason, and we just have to watch him crash his car on purpose.
I mean,
but I think he can drive the car.
Right.
It's more than you and I can.
Theory time.
It's more than
Sam's theory time is Lance Stroll actually wants to be out of the Formula One, but his dad won't let him.
Dude. No, straight up. Have you seen Stroll happy in the last 3 years?
No. I mean, he was happy at University of Texas for the football game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that man parked it in the sand. It was cold. It was wet. I'm going home. I'm done. That's what happened.
I don't want to be rained on.
I don't want to be rained on. I'm done. I couldn't stand.
Oh my God. We see now. My dislike towards Lance Stroll has radiated towards you guys, and I love it. But
I already didn't like him, but like I think you definitely made it worse. Just the way you speak on that man's name is so funny to me.
I swear to God, I have a underlying respect for the guy because, like I said, there are only 20 seats in the world in F1. You have to be at least a really, really good driver to be in Formula 1 to begin with. And he was tearing it up in F2 as well. But at the same time, it's like there are times, like this past weekend, where it's like, does he even want to be in the sport this past year? Yeah. And it's like, I mean, like there were moments where I was like, okay, there was, I don't remember what race it was. I think it might have been Canada of this past year or last year, where something happens and it was clearly a mechanical issue, and he gets really, really pissed off. And like, I was like, okay, this is some new emotion out of Lance. This is something that I'm not really used to. So maybe he has some passion for the sport. But at the same time, it's like this past weekend that you had a whole lot of space to back up. You had a whole lot of space to just like, you know, do a little 2-point turn and just roll into the pits, you know, get some new tires and go. But you just floor it and just beat yourself in the gravel. It's like, come on, dude.
Wet gravel too. Like
wet gravel, yeah.
Gravel already takes you out of the race for the most part, but wet gravel is just instant lock up. You're done.
It's like at this point, it's like just pick a side, Twix, man. It's like, do you want to be in the sport or not? Because if you don't want to, there are millions of people behind you.
But my dad will be upset.
I could have picked Toro Rosso or AlphaTauri in F122 to play that story mission.
But nope, you chose the green.
I chose the racing green. Damn it, Sebastian Vettel. I love that German man. Anyways, how about we look at Vegas? We spent 31 minutes on Brazil. And I think it's about time we look at the third and final American race taking place on the 21st, the 23rd of November. So we have a little bit of a break.
Also, I know you can't see it right now, but Sam has a great hat for this topic because the aces.
Yeah, he's wearing a hat, a poker hat. Yeah, with four aces.
Four of a kind.
Baby.
Four of a kind. But, yeah.
That's where Max is going to get his fourth of a kind championship in Las Vegas.
Mute him.
No.
I'm so excited.
No, that was smooth. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, so this is the second ever time that they are in, or technically speaking, that statement would have been false. This is the third ever time that they're in Vegas, because they had the one time in the 80s that really didn't go over very well. But this is the second time in recent history.
Died.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Carlos Sainz almost died last year, but we're not going to talk about that. So
the manholes better be locked down.
A whole year to get your shit together, Vegas.
I swear to God, if the same thing happens this year, I don't know whether or not to laugh or just to cry, because like
it's embarrassing.
It's
that
embarrassing.
Would be embarrassing as hell.
It's embarrassing. Like come on. It's like this is like the pinnacle, American race. Like, yeah, you have Miami, you have Circuit of the Americas, but it's like you're racing down the literal Vegas Strip. Like, you name besides Monaco, name another like iconic racing like site. Like, you can besides Monaco.
Yeah.
Like for Formula One, this is like it's out of a damn video game at this point.
Yeah.
It's like. Yeah, it's like.
And I think it had the best race last year. It had a phenomenal race.
It had a great race.
So I'm hoping this year, with the amount of cars that are competitive, man, I'm hoping for a fantastic
Does Red
race.
Bull put on a livery if Max wins?
No, I think it's probably already. I think they got the car shipped and it's probably will be gone. I think it's out of.
That's so unfortunate.
A little bit, yeah.
They had such a fun livery last year because they were too fast, but like, that's so unfortunate.
I mean, but like everybody had like liveries.
Some fun special liveries. I don't know.
See, Mark, they didn't go with the liveries, and they got so many points. The plan is working. You got to just see the plan. See the plan.
The delusion.
Be the plan. The delusion. The man is winning this championship.
I remember a couple weeks ago that you were like, "Oh, he's not winning the championship."
I said it's getting close.
You sound like
I said if Norris keeps fucking up the way he does. He's not going to get a championship. Hey, you gave the explicit content. I'm the one who's using it.
Fair enough, you know?
You sound like the guy that's like on like the poster board, has like the red strings.
Charlie.
Charlie. What do you mean we've been fired for 2 weeks?
I'm telling you guys. We could have woken up on Monday and found out that Norris is behind Max by like 20 points. Like, that's how close this Brazilian race could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it's not going that way, and Max, to win in Vegas, he only needs to outscore Lando by 2 points. So if Max is ahead of Lando in any scenario besides 9th or lower, Max has got it.
Also, you know what? Fuck it.
All right.
Charles Leclerc's second place in Drivers' Championship now.
Let's go.
I'm putting him there.
Because Lando's a bottler.
I did not realize how bad it was going to turn for Lando. Like, win a race. Just please.
Mark my words. Either by the end of this year or next year, when they talk to Lando about it, Lando's going to say, I was never actually contending for the championship.
No, he's like already done with it.
Yeah, he's like, I wasn't even fighting for it, honestly, guys.
He's done with the questions. I think he's just done in general with like even trying to go for it.
Right.
Did you see that question? They asked him, he got pole in Brazil, and they're like, hey, did you see Max get P17? What do you think about it? He's like, I don't even care where he qualified at. I'm so done with these questions. It's like, bro, that's the one thing you do care about is where Max finished at.
I mean, like, I mean,
it's just aggravating.
To be honest, like, the reporters are just doing their job.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a shitty response.
It was a
100%.
I understand. The media at sometimes can be rather annoying with questions and all that, but at the same time, they're just doing their jobs.
Do your job, but like at the same time, like they're doing their jobs.
Do
your job. Like, that's all you have to do to not have to deal with these questions. If you do your job and, hold on to a pole position that you've gotten how many this season,
right,
you wouldn't be getting this shit. But, it's like,
no,
hold on to it.
And especially, this is the difference in championship mentality. If you're going to fight for the championship, you have to fight the journalist.
Yeah.
Right. You know how many questions does Lewis Hamilton get in 2021,
So many.
Like, he lost a devastating 8th-time world championship, and they're going to ask him about it. They're going to ask you, how did that feel? This is what it means to be a championship. And if you can't handle that, you're not championship material.
I mean, like, that's just like the if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Exactly.
It's like the journalists are going to be on you, and it's like, this is coming from 3.
That means it's good news.
I mean, yeah, it's like, this is coming from 3 journalists. Like, these are our people. And it's like, if something is happening, we're going to want to, write stories on it. And in order to write good stories, we need to ask good questions. And, the questions might become repetitive, but at the same time, I think it's the athlete's responsibility to at least be professional about it.
Agreed.
And, you can't just act like a child and, completely dismiss the question just because it's annoying.
Yeah. And it's not like the journalists are like going for his throat. It's legit questions. It's like concerns.
Yeah,
right.
It's layups.
This is how you answer that question. Oh, yeah, I'm just really focused on my race. We started in first. It's just, hey, you don't get points until the race, so it doesn't really matter where you qualify. I'm just going to focus on what I can do.
And I'm going to adjust my strategy.
And I'm going to do
my
as best as I can. Yeah, it looks good, but the points come out during the race. That's what you say. That's the easiest answer.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't remember who said. Oh wait.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, that is like the easiest way to answer that question. That it says everything but nothing at all.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it tells you that, like, hey, I've got this question before, but, like, I am focused on my own race. It says the exact same thing, and you are miles ahead more professionally.
Yeah. It also keeps people on your side. Like, this is losing him, but like. A great quote. I don't remember who said it, but it was talking about Piastri, where it's like he's supposed to be Bottas to Hamilton, but you don't have a Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Right. I can't remember the exact quote, but like it's so on point for it, and it's like.
Well, I can tell you what Helmut Marko said. He said, if Lewis Hamilton's in that McLaren, he's got a championship. Charles Leclerc's in that McLaren, you got a championship.
Max Verstappen. Yeah. Like, you can rattle off so many drivers. I'm not saying it'd be maybe a championship, but like Fernando Alonso in that McLaren, he would be at least on podium every race.
I mean, at least. I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and say Fernando Alonso is like up there with like Max or Lewis or like maybe even Charles Leclerc or something like that. But like, you might see him do a lot better because, as I said earlier, or I didn't really say this earlier, but the AMR 24 is kind of a tractor at this point. But if you put Fernando Alonso in one of those McLarens, which is an absolute rocket ship this year, you might see him, up there, with, on the podium or, at least maybe top 5. But like, the McLarens are, an absolute rocket ship this year.
Oh, agreed.
And it's
absolutely
like,
agreed.
yeah.
So I fully agree with you, Mark. I think it would be kind of comedic justice if Leclerc gets P2 in the championship.
Because at this point, I'm done. I'm like, I wanted to root for Lando so badly because he got that win in Miami, and he's like, oh, I'm going
off the back.
Yeah, it's off his back, and now he's able to just open up and win some races, and he's gonna go challenge Max and everything. And
it's the feel good story.
Yeah, it was a feel good story, and then he got uber cocky, and he just didn't keep winning. And it's aggravating.
Yeah. He told Lewis Hamilton when I forget which, I think it was the Dutch Grand Prix. Lando wins. Lewis Hamilton goes, "Hey, you're pretty quick out there." And he goes, well, that's how you won your championships. You had the fastest car. Like, it was kind of like demeaning.
Yes.
He is eating those words now.
Yeah.
Because with Lando with the fastest car, can't secure a champ. Like, it's a lot harder than you think
anything.
it is. You know? It's one thing to have a fast car. It's another thing to... I mean, if you look at this Brazil race, there's a very specific moment that tells up the entire season.
Right.
It was after the red flag. It's the second safety car restart. In the same turn, Max overtakes Esteban Ocon in the first corner on the start to lead the race. And in that same exact straight, Lando Norris locks up his brakes, loses 3 positions.
Right.
And that is the story of this season.
Absolutely.
It's just Max not making mistakes and Lando continually making mistakes.
Right. It's like, you ever see the movie Megamind? Yeah, it's like, you know, I wouldn't say, you know, you're saved. I would just say you're under new management. Yeah. Like, it's, you know, early in the season, it was like, all right, Red Bull's coming out again, you know, pack the bags, plan the parade, you know, it's already won in the bag. But then once you get, you know, Lando coming out, and it's like, okay, you know, this is kind of the feel good story of the year. You know, it's like, you know, you're going to have the young team, you know, go up against the Goliath in, you know, Red Bull. You know, Sergio Perez may not be exactly what he, you know, was a few years back, but he's definitely up there with Max. You know, last year he was second in the World Championship points. You know, there was a few. You know, there was a few hundred points between the two of them, but he still was up there as well. So, you know, you have you know, Supermax and the Mexican defense Minister of Defense. Thank you. And then you have basically like 2 children going at it, but like they're like, you know, they're punching, you know, way up, you know, they're punching out of their class, and it's like that was the feel good story of the year. But then,
he might have he might have to go for the championship next year,
right?
I think Ferrari's going to be there, and I think McLaren is there, and I think it's going to be, I don't see Lando accurately competing against both Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, this 100% my bias. Lewis Hamilton's fighting for the championship next year in that Ferrari.
If the Ferrari's this good, I agree.
I mean, I agree. Honestly, yes.
He's fighting for the championship. I think he could get his 8th in Ferrari.
I'm very curious to see how Leclerc handles that. Because I agree that Ferrari gets it, but between Leclerc and Lewis, I think that's a real question.
I think Ferrari will play into the who's doing better.
I agree
in that situation,
but I don't know if Lewis comes out hitting the blocks full fire.
We'll have to wait and see. But that testing will tell us everything we need to know about it.
Now, I will point out this might be a little bit of bias here and a little bit of the delusion talking, but Aston Martin might be in there as well. Adrian. No, I mean, this is like, you know, the furthest thing from a joke that I can hear.
I want to hear it.
Adrian Newey is part of Aston Martin as of next year. So this can go either one of 2 ways. One, it is something like the RB19 and absolutely, you know, crushes. The difference between this year and next year are going to be astronomically big or astronomically different. It's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. There is no in between.
I just don't think I know it's a Mercedes engine. I just don't think Aston Martin has utilized the Mercedes engine in the right way.
Right.
So Andrew, I don't know if Adrian Newey is going to be the answer for the Mercedes engine.
Right.
Andrew, I think you are 100% right for the wrong year. 2026.
No. I agree. I'm just saying because
new cars. I think that's when they'll
the new cars. Yes, I agree. I'm just saying next year with a new designer, you know, you might have, you know, a complete rocket ship, or you might just have, you know, a John Deere running, or I mean, like, who knows? I mean,
I think Mark, you're right. I think it's Ferrari versus McLaren.
I agree. I'm not saying. I'm
look out for the.
No. I'm not saying, you know, oh, look out, dark horses here. I'm saying like maybe
the sandbags.
Yeah. I'm saying like P4 or you know, if we get really, really lucky, maybe P3. Yeah. But like, you know, I think the ceiling is P4 for next year. Right now, just please finish with both drivers healthy at this point. Just please don't blow
At least
up.
one driver healthy. The other one can break
Just-
his wrist again.
Like last year, I was like, at least all we need to do is beat Mercedes. At this point, if you can just be above last, that's good enough for me. And you're already ahead than, Alpine. But they had a really big race last week. But
Huge.
okay.
You guys want to do podium predictions?
I was just about to go into that. Yep. Yeah.
We are no points changed for Brazil.
Yeah.
So Andrew still leads with 3, and then Mark with 2, and then yours truly for first.
I hate that
with
race.
1.
I'm glad you didn't pick Max as the race
you
winner.
killed it. You killed it.
Dude, I was beating myself up when I listened back to the episode because I was like, I just want to figure out how I did because usually I just sort of think out of the box. I'm just like, you know what? It'd be funny if this happens. But then I realized that we should have saw this coming from a mile away, considering that it was raining and Max is the best on the grid in the rain. I'm like, I should have saw this coming. And then when I realized that I picked Max, I'm like, why didn't I pick with that? It was such a simple go at it. But now, considering that this race is basically 3 weeks from now, there is absolutely no telling on what the weather is going to be like in Vegas.
It's going to be clear.
It's probably going to be clear.
Do you think it's going to rain?
If it rains,
If it
color me
rains-
surprised. I don't know what to say to that
Who
one.
knows? A sandstorm might come in.
If a dust storm happens, that's even crazier.
Call in
guys out there with,
Darude because there might be a sandstorm coming.
You know what? Screw it. Snow.
Global
a
warming's
lizard.
the greatest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Volcano.
Volcano.
But also the quote
Yellowstone
was
goes up.
they want Oscar to be Bottas, but Lando is not Lewis. And I was like, that is too on point. And
Quote of the year.
it doesn't have anyone quoted for that, but that is an insane quote.
All right. Let's. We're running 46 minutes at the current
I'm going to
moment.
hit you with one more Max Verstappen stat.
All right. Yeah. Go
The
on.
last one. I'm trying to get you guys. Gotta get him above Sebastian Vettel for you. He's about to go to number 4. You guys gotta know. Max now has the record for the most race wins from different grid slots. He's got 10 of them with 17. And you know who he was? He was tied with 9. You know who he was tied with?
Either
Kimi Räikkönen.
Either Vettel or Schumacher.
Alonso.
Oh, really?
Alonso.
Hey, look at that.
Alonso's 2. Max is now leading from winning the races with the most different
Nice.
The
positions.
young and steal from the old again.
Hey, look at that. Oh. All right. Well.
Poor Unc.
Jesus. All right.
He's
let's
not losing the allegations.
He's not losing the allegations, no, but he is TikTok creator of the year. as he does the
Rizzler.
the Rizzler. Jeez.
All right, I'll put Alonso
Oh
down
jeez,
as
it's late.
P1.
All right. 10:07 p.m. November 7th. What were you doing on November 7th at 10:07 p.m.? 10:08 now.
Choosing a podium for Las Vegas.
Choosing the podium for Las Vegas, and you know what?
Who you got?
I was actually gonna go the repeat of last year. But I'm actually going to.
I was about to say,
you know
you're
what?
going to repeat last year.
I don't think. I mean, maybe. I'm gonna go.
Max gonna win?
I think Max wins.
Okay.
I
I like it when you make these predictions.
We're also going to be predicting pole as
Yes.
well, correct?
Yes.
Okay. There's no sprint.
So Max takes P1.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Carlos Sainz goes P2,
All right.
and then Oscar Piastri goes 3.
Wow.
And I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna go Lando Norris spins out on turn 3.
Specifically, I'm writing that down.
Also, I just
Turn
had
3, lap 36.
I saw a funny picture today, and it was someone flying over Vegas, and
the sphere.
the pig. No, the shape of the
yeah.
track is a pig.
Oh yeah.
And no, it's
Spider
the
pig,
funny thing
spider
is,
pig.
it was lit up pink too. And I'm like,
Yeah.
The tweet said, "No one's beating the allegations. This looks like a pig."
I mean, the track does look like an upside down pig.
Now, what's your poll?
The pole, I'm gonna go Carlos Sainz.
Oh,
All right.
There's gonna be a little bit of a scuffle, but Max overtakes.
All right.
as much as I'm not saying Max wins.
Okay.
I don't think Max wins.
Okay.
I actually think Lando's going to win it
Okay.
Okay.
because this track is speed based in my opinion,
Yeah.
and I think that once the McLarens are on dry surface and are able to just go balls to the wall with speed, I think Lando's got first.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say Leclerc, and then yeah. Piastri. I think it's going to be a McLaren podium.
That's 2 Piastris for P3. All right. Well, who's your poll?
George Russell.
Ooh. All right.
Mark my words.
I like how
he's going to fall the sixth. He's going to fall the sixth.
He puts in the lap of like the century getting pole and not on podium.
Exactly.
I like it.
I think there's something that's going to go wrong at the start, and he's going to be in sixth.
Watch out for lap 36.
If I am right with this, I'm going to go nuts. All right.
No. If I am right on Lando Norris crashing out on turn 3 of lap 36,
You win it.
I'm just gonna
Honestly,
say.
I think that's 10 points.
10 points. No, give me 100 points. I'll be honest. So.
Alrighty,
Yeah,
Sam.
yours.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, for my race winner, I have Charles Leclerc.
Oh,
Okay.
I was expecting.
See, I'm realistic.
Oh, you're realistic?
Yeah.
What? You're calling my pick not realistic?
For Max, honestly, you're the good luck charm, Andrew. You picked it last time. I would rather, it's either Max gets the championship or I get 1 point on this championship. So either way, I'm a happy boy.
Fair.
P2, Mr. Carlos Sainz.
Okay.
And P3 will be Lando Norris.
Okay.
With the pole sitter being Lando Norris.
Oh, so he drops 2.
I think he gets mugged by Leclerc and robbed by Sainz.
Wow. All right.
No, I think also before the last weekend, unless it's determined that there's no way of catching up, I think we should also predict who's constructors.
Sure. Yeah.
I think we predict the top 3 constructors, not this week, but maybe like next week.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it can be settled at Vegas.
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
I think
No.
it's too close still.
It's too close to call there.
Yeah. I agree. Once we get the drivers over, and we start, I like it.
But yeah. Do we have anything else? I mean,
I'm good.
I've went through all of my stuff. 2 Alpines, we've already covered that. Aston Martin sucks.
Final thoughts on Lance Stroll?
I've said too much. Valtteri and Zhou both leaving skate, whatever. Call it kick Sauber, whatever.
No, Tony Hawk just becomes the new driver. It's for skate.
Tony Hawk. Shout out Tony Hawk. Have him on the show.
Shout out. If Tony Hawk wants to come on the show, I don't care if you don't know Formula One. Just come on the show.
Follow the Instagram, Pit to Podium, on Instagram.
Can we just tag Tony Hawk in all of our posts from now on? Just see if he'll respond eventually.
You ever see EA's Instagram where it's every comment on every post is just skate 4, skate 4, skate 4, skate 4. It's just nowadays, just like for Pit to Podium, it's just Tony Hawk.
I think that needs to happen.
Good Lord. Anyways. All right. Well, we're running 52 minutes if this episode is not edited down. But you can listen to this podcast and any other podcast right here on u92themoose.com. And anywhere else you get your podcasts. So you can listen to this podcast, like I said, or Beyond the Mat, Beyond the Boot with Nico Coretta, the PRT boys.
I was about to say, where's the plugs? I'm
saving them. I'm saving them for the last moment. You have a bunch of other podcasts. Stirring the Pot is a great podcast with a bunch of our friends. We are how much? Time running. We've got the weather. Oh no, I didn't say the weather. I didn't say the weather. So it's 10:30 or 10:13 rather, I should say. It's 53 degrees, now 52 degrees outside. It is late, and after this we'll go back up, and no race this weekend, but
me and Sam gotta get some sleep. We got some work for the ACC network this
weekend.
Oh,
that's true. So. That's true. Yeah. So definitely have fun with that. We'll be watching the Ravens here in a moment, but thank you so much for listening. What's the score?
21-7.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Lamar is great except against AFC North.
No, it's our defense. It's our defense.
Oh, okay. Well, There you go. Anyways, you've been listening to the Pit to Podium podcast right here on u92themoose.com and anywhere else you get the podcasts. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you hopefully next week if we have an idea. But until next time, thank you so much for listening, and this has been the Pit to Podium podcast. Thank you so much for listening.